Welcome to the Shortcuts to Fame podcast. I'm your host, Brian, aka Mr. Pink. I'm here with my co-host today, Michael, aka Varsity, aka DJ Easy Dick. I got my guest here with me today, Magus the Great and Words Babylon. Say what's up, you guys.
What up?
What up, what up?
Today is Thursday, May 24th. I haven't seen you guys in fucking forever. Like forever.
Since like, I think September.
Probably even longer than that. What have you guys? I know you just did. Your album just come out?
Our album. We just released my new album online at wordsbabylon.bandcamp.com. We just released that on May 20th. It's called I Probably Should Have. It's an awesome record. It's actually a love record. I'm officially calling it a modern day analysis of dysfunction in the American relationship. I think we're gonna go with that. It sounds good.
That's funny. Yeah, I saw you post the thing about you're rapping about love now, and that's good. I like your old stuff. The Take Me to Your Leader, that shit. That's like one of my favorites. And fucking War.
I think no matter what, there's always like, you know, some people are like, oh, old stuff. It's just like I was rapping about like a lot of like really crazy topics that I wasn't necessarily like, you know, I hadn't necessarily participated in life or weren't necessarily like relevant to me. They just interested me.
Yeah.
And maybe they were like more worldly, like, you know, war. Obviously, that's something that affects everybody. But I wanted to rap about stuff that I more went through, so that was kind of like the intention of the record, as well as to make like a concept record that all stayed like together.
Makes it a little more personal or personable. And
yeah, I wanted to find my soul. I wanted to be a real boy. So.
Yeah, right.
It was definitely a lot more cohesive than the first record.
What was the name of the first record?
First record, it was actually called For Lack of Better Words. For
that
that reason, right. That it was, you know, kind of a lot of random songs that were strung together. And the whole idea of that's actually what bugs me about a lot of people's albums. It's like they're not full albums, you know, like Pink Floyd or Led Zeppelin did, where they had an intention from the first song all the way to the last song, and they all strang into each other.
It's hard to listen to a whole album nowadays. Like I
think that may be a big part of it, Joe.
You know what I mean? And that's why I like Avenged Sevenfold, you know, and like other bands like Pink Floyd, how they weave from beginning to end, even though it's obviously different songs, but they kind of like.
It's all telling one coherent message.
Yeah, you know what? It's kind of hard to describe it. Yeah, it's hard to make a whole album that interests somebody. And
that keeps yourself interested as well.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you listen to it enough times that you just get so fucking bored with it.
Yeah, definitely one thing about being a musician is you learn to do things repetitively over and over for long periods of time.
Do you do producing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I do all the producing, all the mixing, mastering, all the technical.
Oh, this guy makes Ambient Abstractions happen. That's for damn sure.
Is that I keep seeing that. That's the name of you guys like together?
Yeah, that's our collective.
Is that
it's
all
our
three?
label?
All three of you guys, or just you two?
It's me, Words, Still Dough, our homeboy Chuckles, and our homeboy Malachi are the primary five.
Malachi Beach.
The primary five brains behind the operation, and then we have other friends like our homeboy JP. He does some punk rock stuff.
Yeah.
But he's less involved in the administrative half of it, you know. And we have a few other artists.
Other artists on other different states and whatnot.
Yeah. So there's artists all over the place.
Definitely have to keep a lookout on Facebook and shit for them. How are you, Michael?
I've got my favorite Michael Jackson mask on. I just snorted a bunch of Zicam and rubbed some shit on my nose that's supposed to block allergens from getting into my nostrils.
Bad allergy season up here in Northern California. We were talking about ambient abstractions. I can't fucking talk today. I've been doing that all day long. My tongue keeps sticking to my teeth.
Well,
it fucking sucks.
You gotta wet that mouth.
What what were some recent shows that you did? Or what was the last time you did a show?
Well, the last time we played 420 at Red Hat. That was pretty cool. We brought Daniel Dahmer, an artist from Detroit, out here, and kicked it with him. So make sure you guys check out Daniel Dahmer. Hello Kitty Mobbin. That's our homie. Fanny pack shit.
Yeah, we brought some homeboys called Proper Nonsense. I think they're from San Jose, Santa Clara.
They're from Santa Cruz, right?
Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz area.
Yeah, they're some cool motherfuckers. We kicked it with them, partied with them. They were hella cool. I believe that was the last show we were gonna do, or the last show we did. And then so we're trying to figure out. We want to get the hell out of here this summer.
Yeah, I feel you guys.
That's what all is.
Trying to just like go and just or travel,
I just want to
travel
be
and
free.
playing shit, or
I just want to see the world, and I
around.
just want to go with the knapsack and rap.
A handkerchief on a stick.
Nothing stops Bob Dylan, right?
Yeah, fuck that. You just get a harmonica.
And my dad's like, you need to get a job, and you need to think about your future. Nobody told Bob Dylan to do that. I bet they did.
Yeah, I bet a lot of people did. A lot of people.
And he's all, hell no, I'm just gonna have weird hair and wander the country.
Yeah.
I don't have the hair. That might be getting in the way.
It's like 50-50. It's close. So I seen on Facebook you've been playing guitar.
Yes. Well,
How's that
the
been
thing
going?
is like as I'm approaching, my older age and my twilight years, and I want to be able to relax and chill.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get master of the guitar and the other processes of making music. So I'm not stuck, rapping and on a stage with the microphone.
Really, it's the fact that in my house there is just musical instruments everywhere, and there's music going on everywhere.
Yep.
And so, if you're a musician,
that.
your inevitable thing is to pick something up and start making noise with it.
No, it's you. You play guitar too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You guys play drums or anything?
I don't play the drums. I can compose drums, but
Yeah.
That's Magus the Great's phone.
That was one of the questions on the last show was what's your ringtone?
That's a good question.
And now I know what his is.
Hell from San Francisco.
So let's see. I'll start with some of the things I got jotted down. Where are you guys from? Let's talk about where you're from. And,
Magus,
a little
would
bit
you
of your
like to go
history
first?
with music and stuff.
I was born and raised in Martinez. I was born in Marathon Hospital, so
Very nice, Northern Cali.
yeah, Northern Cali, born and raised. I've traveled all over the country. My mom was born in New York, and so she had a lot of family back there. So I've been back and forth all over the place. But
That's rad.
This is the only place I've ever called home. So.
Yeah. How about? I know you're from Illinois.
I was born in. Yes, thank you for pronouncing it
Yeah, I
correctly.
remember we had that conversation once before.
People will get so mad about this shit.
Yeah, the S is silent.
But so I was born in Springfield, Illinois. So shout out to my family, my homies, everybody in the Midwest. 217. I came out here when I was probably like 10, and I've lived in Concord, California ever since. I've lived in a whole bunch of other cities on and off, but I feel like it's like a part of me that seemed to got chopped off and is stuck in Concord. So
I think that happens to anybody that comes to Concord.
I've heard,
unfortunately,
it's definitely been declared by multiple people that I've seen all over that this is
not
a black
necessarily a good thing, but it happens.
But I know you know what Concord actually means. The dictionary means harmony.
And that spelling.
Yeah. Well, yeah. CONCORD.
Really?
Yes, indeed.
I find that hard to believe.
Yeah, most people don't seem to agree with it either.
Yeah.
I think there's Concord in just about every state. It's a very
It's
popular.
definitely a shining beacon of equality.
Yeah. You heard that, City of Concord, people? Yeah.
Let's see. Let's talk about one of the shows that I've done with you, or at least you words that I remember, and it's probably my favorite show. I think. Well, we played with you, Blake's before.
Yeah, we played at Blake's.
Blake's was good. Blake's was fun, but the one I'm thinking of is the record release party that we had, where we had like Timmy G and Street Legends and shit.
Oh yeah, that was cracking. I was in a weird place then, but that was a good night.
Hey, it was still a good show, if I remember right.
I remember I went home with some cute chick, so I was happy.
Worked out somehow.
Well, you did something right that night, at least.
But that was actually the first night that I ever freestyled during a performance because somebody else I was working with they weren't able to make it. So I had White Recluse, another one of our Ambient Abstractions cats in Sacramento. He came through and actually saved the day. So that was he's awesome. That was a really good test.
Yeah, I did not know that.
That's what most people told me, so I knew I did a good job.
Yeah, exactly. As long as they can't tell, you did your job, and that's perfect.
That's our job.
Yeah. Any shows like with or without us in particular? Do you remember more so than another show?
I remember Blake's. That was freaking cool because that was with Smoothie. It was in Berkeley. I think that was the day after my birthday. I remember the one we did. The one we did back in September with Subliminal. That was pretty cool. Where I had like 1 million glow sticks on.
Was that Time Out?
That was a timeout. Yeah,
That was a good show. That
was fun. That was the first time I ever performed, and I had women like fighting over our CDs and stuff. So that was tight.
That was the Electric Babylon
Women,
parade.
if you can keep doing that, we appreciate that.
Isn't that like a dose of surrealism?
Yes,
and you
and
see some shit like that, or somebody like doing your lyrics.
Well, I mean, it
out of
totally
enjoyment.
It totally like ruined everything for me for the next week because I was walking around like, all of you bitches are dumb.
Yeah.
Roll yourselves at me. Everybody's all, dude. What are you talking
Shut
about?
up. You passed out a bunch
All
of free
right,
CDs.
you're not that cool anymore. Any bands or groups you played with in the past that like besides giving a shout out, like you enjoyed playing with them?
Oh man, I mean, I definitely gotta say, Space Monkey Gangsters, obviously.
Yeah, always.
Everybody loves those guys. I mean, I remember when I first started performing in 2008, I started performing at a open mic in a bowling alley, a Clayton Valley bowling alley. And I remember reading off of a piece of paper and then just gradually finally bringing my beats in and getting better. And that's where I met Matt Neal and Tom Davis, actually, and they were starting open mic at Time Out. So I started going there, and they'd always let me jump on their shows and jump on stage and play with them. So we had hella fun at the beginning doing all that. And of course, you guys, I always love playing with you guys.
Yeah, that's always fun.
Melting Pot, definitely, they're kind of like, they're kind of like my mentors. No, shout outs to Purpose, because that was the dude in the beginning. He's still not in the pot. I believe he's in Pennsylvania. He's a married man.
That's who I'm thinking of.
Taking care of his kids.
When did he leave? He left a while ago, right?
He left about a year or two ago. He ended up having kids, and making music and raising kids and having a wife.
Life shit.
Yeah, so.
Because he used to Purpose in the Melting Pot, right? Or something like that?
Well, they're always together. You know how it goes with names and then publishing them and then people mix them all up, so.
Staring at a picture of Shortcuts to Fame and Subliminal the Kid right
now.
But,
and then I gotta give a huge shout out to Mr. A. Andreezy, because he was there in the very beginning, when I needed somebody to have my back on stage. And
yeah, you still kick it with him? Still talk to him?
Yeah, of course. That's my brother. I don't see him nowhere near as much as I would like to.
Yeah,
so Andrew, call me, hit me up on Facebook, find me, brain mail me, dog, because I miss you.
Listen to this.
We told him to call us. I haven't talked to him forever, but I mean,
because I don't have a phone, I use brain mail. I don't know if y'all. Yeah, y'all subscribe to that. But.
Oh man, when you guys would do War, bro, we would just be cracking up because that fool would just bark War in the bike. War!
Smile on his face.
Yeah, bro, because he knows it's just so obnoxious. It's so funny. That shit, man. Good times, bro.
That was an awesome song. Yeah, we had hella fun back then.
Oh man, you guys ever worked with anybody that's like? Notable to like the average
Subliminal the Kid!
Actually, we just did a show with Cognito, who was signed to Strange Music.
Oh, nice.
Tech Nine's label.
Yeah.
He was a cool dude.
Yeah, you guys got to talk to him a little bit.
Yeah, he was a nice guy. He was really cool. We chatted for a little bit. It's probably one of the bigger names that we've worked with in this area.
Funny side note about Cognito is I actually worked with his homeboy he came up with years and years ago. Funny story, but let's continue.
Where did you guys play that show at?
That was at the Mutiny in Antioch. MFB.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which just a cool ass spot.
For a hole in the wall, tiny little stage with an okay sound system.
And especially when you
bartenders are friendly, the people
when it's packed, great bartenders, it's an awesome place.
Who were your inspirations growing up? And who are your most influential?
Magus, you want to take this one first?
Shit. I got a huge inspirations. I mean, I got Black Sabbath was a big one. I was a rocker kid 90% of the time.
Yeah.
I had a lot of rap influences. Like I listened to a lot of LA rap and a lot of New York and shit. I listened to a lot of Jay-Z, Biggie, Busta Rhymes, Method Man. I listened to a lot of Dre and Snoop. A lot of fucking old school shit that I don't even know names for.
So basically all the good hip hop.
Basically anybody who is generally at the top of the game, I would listen to them. Basically all the rappers who were really at the top of the game in the 90s.
Yeah, I was gonna say
when shit was hot.
Yeah, fucking 15 years ago, the shit was hella raw.
Yeah. 15 years ago, that shit was tight, kid.
Fuck, bro.
But nowadays it's all fucking. I have a lot of hippie influences, like a lot of the 60s bands, Beatles, Stones, Pink Floyd, Zeppelin, Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix. I actually worked with Jefferson Starship. I used to work at a recording studio in San Rafael, and
really?
my boss was their tour manager.
Oh, right, that's cool.
And so I actually did shows for them in Roswell, New Mexico, and I did a show for them in Hollywood. I also did a show for Ludacris down in Malibu. I was doing all kinds of shit for people back then.
Did anybody ever give you cocaine?
No.
Oh, that job sucks.
Yeah, somebody wasn't looking out for you.
No, we're the sound guys. They're all rich down there. They're like, get to work, boy. That's it.
Sound guys, they don't get enough respect.
I would have to agree with you.
Well, I just actually said that so I'd have really good sound at every show I do in the future.
Let me rephrase that. Good sound guys don't get enough recognition.
Oh, no.
I could give a shit less about the shitty ones because they deserve it.
Yeah, throw those guys off
There's
the
nothing
bridge.
more dickish than making a low tier band sound bad.
You know, between the producer, the sound guy, and the promoter, I have nothing bad to say at all.
He says it with a smile. How about you? Who are your inspirations growing up?
I mean, I grew up on rock. So I mean, I started listening to like Nirvana and No Doubt when I was like 11 or 12, and Aerosmith. Aerosmith was actually the first tape I ever owned, the first concert I went to. But
cool.
And then I think when I hit my teen years, I discovered like Brother Lynch and Eminem and all that crazy rap stuff. But I remember being turned off about the lack of depth that I was unable to find in hip hop. And then I found like Deltron 3030 and Atmosphere, and pretty much just like did everything I could to find any underground hip hop artist, and just got hooked on that whole wave when it was cool with like A$AP Rock and Def Jux and all that stuff.
No, that's cool. You guys have
IG has a huge influence, huge, and Anticon as well.
That's a really good variety of different people as far as hip hop goes.
I think in general, like, I mean, if you're gonna be influenced, you're best off to have a spectrum of influences.
Yeah, right. I sound like Little John. Little John.
Yeah, you
somewhere between Little John and Mystical.
You can tell his book collection isn't very big.
Yeah. What's up, Mike? You're awful quiet over there.
Oh yeah, I'm just waiting to finish off with the page of questions here, and we go into a friendly banter.
Oh, this is it's kind of the same question, but reworded a little differently. I mean, this will probably be a shorter answer, but who, those were your inspirations coming up as an artist. But who are your inspirations now? You know what I mean? Like who do you listen to now and take a lot more from than obviously growing up?
Words Babylon.
Hey, it's
No, it's true. I mean, we basically Words and I are in a really heavy rivalry, like musically, friendly rivalry, obviously. But it's always like, oh, you did that, well, fine, I'm gonna work this one. Then.
Yeah,
we'll do this one, and
man.
it's like we're both just constantly trying to keep up, and we're both just like, fuck you, I could do this better.
mean,
No, fuck you, I could do this better.
Good musicianship's all about
And
challenge. I mean, if you don't accomplish anything or try or work hard, I mean, you won't get better.
It really seems to bring out the sibling rivalry. So I never really actually grew up with my siblings, but for some reason.
But tell me though, I mean, it makes for better quality everything.
Oh, yeah.
When you have a
Absolutely.
constant
Well, it's
competition,
like
friendly
Lennon
competition.
and McCartney together were a million times better than either of them separate.
Yeah.
And it's just because they just said, all right, well, this isn't good enough to beat his ass, so I'm gonna pull this out.
And I think there's something about healthy competition that kind of, it kind of drives evolution for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Healthy competition.
No, that's a good way of putting it. Actually,
We go through that.
It's like now I listen to so much music now constantly, and especially with our music because I'm mixing it constantly. So it's like
Oh, yeah.
I it's very hard for new things to penetrate into my head now, just because it's so full of crap right now.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even know how. Like when I was younger, I thought it would be easy to be like a rapper because it's like easier. But now that like I'm older, I can't remember like one song lyric.
Being
to, like, save
being a
my
rocker
life,
is a million
bro.
times easier.
It's yeah. See, and here we go. Here starts the
And
battle.
it's
you
like,
know?
well, I mean, because I do both. I mean,
Yeah, no,
I
and
do
that's-
both. And writing a rock song, you can get by using a couple of like words to symbolize some kind of imagery, and people will get it because
Yeah.
that's your audience. But when you're a rapper, you have to be like extremely explicit about what the hell you're saying because
Very
people
literal
just
and direct.
right over their head. It's just a matter of the audience. I mean, technically, rap music is easier to compose. You throw a beat on, loop it 18 times, and rap over it. But when it comes down to actually writing something meaningful,
And then
it's very hard.
And then
to-
performing
to
it,
do that.
Yeah.
like putting it on display with a type of conviction that does it justice.
Yeah, and then to bring it live,
Because I think that's if they're
Yeah.
you can dick around on stage with a couple of guitars and people will love
It's
it.
still-
But
yeah.
you walk around there with a
No,
mic and
it's
blah, blah, yeah, everyone's
very,
gonna
very
boo
good
your
point.
ass off.
So point goes to Magus and Words. Let's see. What's this I love the reaction I got last time I asked this. What is your guys' opinion on the mainstream music scene?
I just ignore it.
I try not to spend too much time like noticing, what is destroying people's brains and their ability to be inspired and receive creativity. So, I mean, I try to just focus on what's good in mainstream music instead of the fact that it's killing our children's brains.
I haven't really heard much popular stuff in the last 10 years that was any kind of anything memorable or
Lady
anything
Gaga
that,
rules.
Yeah.
Hey,
She's
That's a
definitely
badass
memorable.
bitch.
That's for
not
sure.
my taste, but as far as a performer goes, and I don't want to say songwriter so much, but like, yeah,
She's a hell of an artist.
Yeah, there you go, artist.
She's a hell of an
definitely like the definition of an artist, and you can't help but like love her a little bit.
Well, she made being really exceptionally weird cool.
Yeah,
And like
For
we're
chicks
exceptionally
especially,
weird,
yeah,
so
so
that's
we appreciate
cool now.
that. Thank
So
you.
we can't hate her for
Lady
that
Gaga.
shit.
Yeah, hell no.
If she's gonna walk around with fucking a globe spinning over her head or something, I can walk around with face paint on and people aren't gonna freak out.
That actually leads me to one of the points I was going to make in a few minutes, and I don't want you to take any offense to this.
Oh no.
But what's
take
with
offense a
the
lot.
face paint?
There's a couple things with it. It's part of it is being just the magic of the live character. It's a magic symbol. It's meant to draw out certain powers and traits and specialties, and it's just something that I actually I used to do it when I played black metal.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I did that before I was rapping.
Yeah.
And then I just carried it over because it makes for a great stage presence.
No, totally.
I mean, I can get up stage and I can jump around and do all kinds of crazy stuff and look cool. And everyone's going to be like, well, that was awesome. But if I walk around the whole show first and my face is painted up and people look at me like I'm the Unabomber, and then I get on stage and rock everybody's world, nobody forgets that shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
hell
people
no.
come back, you're that guy with the face paint. Holy shit, you were awesome. And it was like, that is memorable.
No, that's
Point for Magus.
So yeah, like 3 years ago when we started Shortcuts, like I would have like felt differently about that, but I feel like the way that you put it is perfectly, because there's so much that I didn't realize at the time that goes into like performing on stage that just like just like something little like that can add so much, and
Yeah.
it makes them remember you, and it's it's totally worth it.
And it really catches people's attention.
And it's like the only time you can do weird shit like that, and
Right?
people are just like, hey, he's on
That's
stage.
why I love being. That's why I love being an artist. I get
Right?
to just do
You
whatever
can
the hell
say
I want.
whatever you
Everybody's like,
want.
he's an artist.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Oh, he's got a guitar. It's cool.
Don't worry, he's a musician. He knows what's going on.
Let's see. You guys have any upcoming shows? I know the thing Colorblind didn't.
We don't have
happen,
anything.
but-
We don't have anything scheduled right now. But we're looking to go out to Springfield this summer. We're looking to get out to Lakeland, Florida. We're looking to get out to Detroit. So all of our people out
Shit.
there, hit us up. Let's put this together.
You guys,
Daniel Dahmer, Young Fade, Bo
Daniel
Young.
Dahmer came out here to do a show with us, and we're going to be going out there hopefully around July to do a show with him.
Is that Detroit?
Yeah.
Yeah, Detroit.
He's in Detroit. We got a couple homeboys in his town in Springfield.
Because I want to go home. I need to see my mom, my brother and my sisters and shit.
We got our homeboy Zero Cage out in Philly, who is also an ambient artist, who also we were hoping to hook up with sometime while we're out there. This dude, what's the dude in Florida's name? Yeah,
Bo Young.
Bo Young.
Bo Young's a very talented MC out there in Lakeland. So we need to get out that way. So we're working on our teleportation machines, but
I was gonna ask.
the
you
flux
guys
capacitor's broken right now.
driving plutonium. Like you need to get the Mr. Fusion
Yeah, so we're looking if you guys can help us find any plutonium, please.
weapons grade. That's very important. Well, I was gonna say something.
Are we gonna get in trouble for looking for plutonium now?
It's a joke.
Oh, it's on it.
I'll edit it out, or maybe I'll leave it in.
No, leave it in. Just
I
leave
want
it
to leave in
Only if you start going, yeah,
me saying I'll edit it out. You guys, I was talking to you guys earlier about merchandise on like Reverb Nation and shit. Where can people find like shirts, merchandise, the music?
in the fifth dimension. Duh.
Clearly.
No, you can go to Bandcamp. We got all of our music on there. You can download it off there. Reverb Nation has all kinds of awesome products, as well as I know that physical copies of our records are available right now. Clayton Road and Concord at Vosa, and hearing about that next month, I'm gonna take a break from writing and recording, so I can go. We can try to get the physical copies of CDs, and I'm gonna go get them in stores and stuff like that. So
Nice. Yeah. Every time I go into Vosa, I see you guys' shit up there, and you guys have White Recluse's shit in there too.
yes,
Yeah.
we got White Recluse. Like I said, he's another one of our artists in Sacramento. Hard-working motherfucker, and
We got a copy of Stildo's album that we released last year called it's the Record Breakers, Sex, Drugs, and Rap and Roll.
Oh, is that how you say his name? I kept this is still dose or.
no, it's still dope. But in his new record, Chill Mode,
It's
about to be
It's
tight.
gonna be awesome.
That's a good record, actually.
shit.
That's
Cool.
coming out June 3rd.
Yeah, maybe I'll try to hit him up, see what's.
And I'm dropping, I think,
That's good.
well, we're gonna do another like little EP around June 4th, so that'll be free and
Somewhere
available
around there.
online.
And then the
Somewhere
Relapse
around there.
Crew Record, the Relapse Crew.
Oh yeah, we got another guy, our friend JP, who's releasing a little punk rock EP on somewhere around there, same time frame, next week or so.
Cool. That's a lot of shit coming out.
Oh yeah, we
out
just
and-
write constantly.
Yeah,
like
I-
that's
like-
all we do is write.
I haven't taken it. Like we haven't taken a break at all. So like I've been busting my ass for a year. I'm losing my mind.
Well, I mean, I wrote 3 albums and an EP last year.
Yeah.
And he released an album in November, and he just released one last week. Stildo released an album last year, and he's releasing another one coming up here in a couple weeks. I mean, we've got artists that we just picked up who are working on albums. We just released a mixtape last November as well, the Audio Terrorism Volume 1.
Are you producing all these, or they
Yeah.
just? Oh, okay, cool.
I do some of the beats. Words does some of the beats. Malachi does a lot of the beats. Our homeboy Excalibur does some of the beats, and then we pick a few up here and there. But it's just constantly writing. I mean,
that's
constant.
Staying busy, man. It's just if you're passionate about music, it's not hard to do.
I'm just dedicated to completely avoiding working or doing anything besides music.
It's what we all do. we
also-
don't like real
If I
life.
can write a good enough song, I don't have to go back to work.
I keep that in the back of my mind all the time.
Just that one hit.
Would I sell out?
But and then
Hell yes.
Hell yeah! What was that Tool song from Opiate? Tool. He said, "Kid, I sold out before you were even born." Tool, huge influence. I love Tool, by the way.
Right? Yeah. See.
But I just is rocking a Tool shirt. Tool, you go with some money. We promoted.
I see he's also rocking the twisted beanie.
Hell yeah.
Some clown love in the room.
Old school.
Yeah, old school shit. What's your guys' favorite ICP album?
Shit.
Jackal
Jago Brothers was a good.
That's a good one. That's probably my second or third favorite.
Two best ones
cool.
they ever put out.
What's the other one?
Malenko, Great Malenko.
Was the
That
other
was
one?
a great. That was their
Jackal
main
Brothers and
pop
Great
album.
Malenko,
Like,
probably the two best albums they ever put out, even today.
That's when I first heard him.
yeah, that was a really good album. It was their most popular album, so a lot of people get shit for liking it. Which is
Wasn't
stupid.
Amazing Jackal Brothers was released by Disney, wasn't it?
No, that was Malenko.
That was
Oh,
Malenko.
great. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And
That's
then that's how they got popular. They got dropped from that shit.
that's
all
one of the
kind dumb
funniest
shit.
success stories I think I've ever heard.
Yeah,
It's an awesome story.
Uh,
They're the only band I know that got shit on constantly and got famous for it.
right? Yeah, and people respect them for it.
Well,
You
isn't
know?
it anybody that leaves Disney? You got sex tapes and shaving heads and flashing your pussy in public, and everybody gets rich and famous off of leaving Disney, right?
I don't think ICP
That's
would give a
outside.
shit if they
Maybe
just
an attempt for
fucking.
Ambient Abstractions to sign with Disney for 10 days.
I can make a sex tape. It's in your contract.
Selena Gomez, Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber's tight.
Everybody likes his new song because he sounds like Justin Timberlake.
The
Have you heard
girlfriend-
it?
Yeah,
shit,
I know,
right?
I know, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
What's your
Well,
opinion on that?
That,
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
come out
really.
and say, like, when I first heard Justin Timberlake, I didn't even know it was a dude singing.
Uh,
I had no idea.
But
I had my coworker said it was Justin Timberlake. I was like, wow, that's a dude.
Yeah.
but when
Oh,
you're talking about Justin Bieber's new rap, right?
Yeah.
It's like it's one of those things where it's like,
Who told a fucking 14-year-old Canadian he's allowed to rap?
well, like, it's one of those things. Like a really easy trick, you know. You just rap, say a couple words, and sound cool, and it'll sell.
Stretch
you know?
out the words.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
so
what.
that way- yeah,
That's
it's like
what,
double spacing.
Who the rap city, dude, that's all he did. Like,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of people can't really rap. They just say a couple things. You know, I'm smoking
Yeah,
purple.
that's
I'm
a
on
really
mic.
really good impression.
I'm gonna start. If I don't start getting paid soon, I'm doing that. 'Cause that's
I'm
easy.
gonna pull a 50 Cent and be like, hey, yeah, just rap about this shit right here. Yeah, man, I'm up in the video.
Because I'm busting
Yeah,
my
what
ass.
you
too
doing,
hard.
man?
Not
Everything
being
I got
real.
close
it.
teeth.
Let's do this shit, right? Yeah.
Screw all these complex, intricate rhymes.
I know. Who gives a shit about feeling things? We're just here to make money.
That's funny. Once again, would we sell out? Yeah.
I love
Yes,
to
we
get
will.
one-minded strippers.
We got one more release. We actually that slipped our mind. Our Audio Terrorism Volume 2.
Oh yeah, our
Which co-
mixtape.
15.
That's gonna be online June 15th. So check that out. We got Trees
Those
production
mixtapes
on
are
it.
free too, by the way.
I was
so
gonna
they're free
ask.
downloads.
I think I forgot to ask. Do you guys have any of your shit on iTunes or no?
We did. Cost money to upkeep it, and it's
Yeah.
just something we don't
That's what I
have
was
the
just
funds
saying.
for
I mean,
right now.
it's like it's a scam, but it's like necessary. It's a necessary.
It's like
scam.
America and all the processes we have to adhere to.
Well, I mean,
also a lot of stuff
Bandcamp
on
is
YouTube.
free. It's easy. You can download all the stuff. You can buy all the stuff right there.
Yeah.
They're expanding it. There's all kinds of promo stuff they offer. You know,
And in terms
Why
of
not?
like physical copies and stuff, if you guys want that, you need to send us a lot of money.
Right.
We'll
yeah,
make that for you guys.
I
We'll
feel
get
like
that out there.
like a lot of people don't trust sites like Bandcamp and stuff, you know, to download their music from, like as much as they would like iTunes, or maybe just because it's easier to go on your iPod or whatever. But I feel like that's like such a
I kind of don't like Reverb Nation, but I mean,
it's just another one of those sites that like you should be on as an artist.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you have to like it.
Well, I mean, the music side of Reverb Nation, I have no idea, but like I've sold some of the merch off there, and it's a decent quality. Like my friend bought a jacket that I made, and he's like the prints on there great. She washed it.
Yeah.
She was it's clean.
so quality
I mean-
programs or quality products from Reverb Nation.
I mean, I've had people,
Hey.
I've
I
had
don't know if
people
I like
all
their
over the
charts
world
thing.
download music from our band camps and stuff, and when
Yeah.
the money gets to us just fine, you know, they get the music just fine.
they're doing
You
their
can't
job.
beat that.
So yeah, take that to know that Bandcamp is a safe website, and you should go on there and download as much as you can.
I
because
strongly,
it's
strongly endorse it.
free.
Absolutely.
Free. If iTunes was free,
It'd be tight.
because iTunes is a delightful.
So wait, no, wait. I'm gonna bitch you about Reverb Nation on there. Their whole charts thing. Cause
Go for it. That's what I'm
try-
reaching the end of the list.
charts
So
thing is a
go for
joke.
it.
We were trying to figure out how their charts work, you know, because I mean we.
Oh, yeah, their
busted our ass,
stats
you
or
know, to
whatever?
try to ascend and see how high we could get in the charts, and it's like, well, you were telling me you were looking in Texas.
One of the top bands in Texas is Pantera. Pantera does not have a Reverb Nation. I'm fucking sorry. So why the fuck is the top band in Texas Pantera?
Oh man.
You know, it's like, all right, you're just fucking with us now.
Yeah.
And it's like I really think it gets to a point where you have to start paying them and using their premium services before you can go past. Because I got to like 50 something in the local charts, and then all of a sudden, like, you know, I still had people coming, but suddenly my things are no longer adding up.
And
Yeah.
like, you're gonna tell me there's 50 other artists here locally.
That's what I thought.
That we don't know and work with?
Oh, yeah, I'm trending at number 54. I'm like, who are the other 54
Well, I
bands
think
in
they actually
Concord?
like
Right?
because you know a good friend of mine in Illinois, he's like huge into Reverb Nation trucks in Florida. So
because they have that shit on MySpace too, and it
MySpace.
Right.
it's like a deserted apocalyptic
That's,
wasteland for a band.
and
or
every
ads
piece of
banners.
social media advice that I read all suggest keeping your MySpace account, and I'm just like, why? It's so
Dude,
outdated.
I don't
Nobody
know
goes
anybody
on it.
there.
Not one person. Well, so you said that you were you do the producing and stuff for your guys' projects. What kind of gear and software do you use?
Pro Tools.
Ah, my boy.
Yeah,
That's what I'm talking
expert
about.
trained. I went through the whole Pro Tools course, the whole DigiDesign course,
Yeah.
back when they were DigiDesign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on. Yeah, that's cool.
Was
What,
that Steinberg?
No, that's totally
That's
different.
Skydell, I mean?
DigiDesign was a company down in the South SF that made the original Pro Tools. They was actually like a Pro Drums type thing, and then they turned it into a recording software. And they were the ones that kicked all the ass in the 90s and early 2000s and shit with all the new computing software and shit as it went up. And I've been using them since 6.4 or something like that, and it's at 10 now.
Yeah, I think this is 8.
Yeah, 8's nice. I like 8.
Because I trained in school on 7.
Yeah.
And then when I got 8, it was like everything that 7 was, but it was like they took everything that was terrible about it and made it awesome.
Yeah, I love 8.
What good company should do?
The new ones, I have no idea. After Avid bought the company, they just fucking did some kind of crazy shit with it. But
I'm totally satisfied with 8.
Yeah.
I just want to get a Mac and what is it, the 00, or the fuck are those called? The interface, whatever they're called.
Yeah.
What interface do you use?
I still got the M-Box too.
Inbox 2. Ah, God, I want
Inbox.
just one a little bit bigger.
I know, right?
The mini works. That's why we got the mixing board, because then that way, as long as that everything's right, you can just record it on one track. It's like 4
Yeah,
things.
exactly.
It's-
We're pretty lucky because most of the stuff we do is all multi-track,
I
so we
record
can
on a
just
Fisher
record
Price
one at a
Place.
time.
Microphone.
Tell me about it, man.
I mean, we don't have to do any live drums, so that saves us a whole shitload of effort.
That's what we use to record the drums, and that's two tracks, one for the kick pedal and toms, and one for everything else.
Right.
And it's kind of a bitch because it's mono.
Yeah, and then you got all the phase issues, and you got tracking issues. and all
Yeah,
kinds of
and
crap.
mixing can be kind of a bitch, but I mean, I seem to manage. I want to get to Mac so I can use the drums and do it in stereo and just EQ it before I record it, and that way everything can be panned right, and that'd be so pretty.
Yeah.
Fucking
One day.
Aliens.
Yeah, right.
Thoughts on aliens.
Aliens.
There you go. He speaks.
So, aliens. Well,
time to get serious.
I'm not supposed to say anything about this.
First rule of Fight Club is.
Yeah, first rule of Fight Club. But I mean, it's just, I think it's something that everybody has, an interest in, some type of fascination in. So, I mean,
You can't not be interested in aliens. If you are, you're a dick.
Right, yeah.
Right.
I mean, come on.
You're lame. If you don't like aliens, you're lame. We don't have too much to talk about.
Yeah,
Really, though.
We cannot be
I
friends.
found talking about aliens isn't the best pickup line.
Well, it's
for
like,
women.
come on, man. I'm a freaking. I practice magic for a hobby, you know? Like, he's a freaking little alchemical little crazy
Do you actually do magic?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking.
I actually do.
What? Like, what? Like,
Yeah, what goes along
yeah,
with
hold on.
that?
Elaborate on that,
yeah.
please. I'm
It's
curious.
the definition of magic is more of the influence of the outside world by the force of will.
So would you say you're more of an illusionist?
No. I don't do illusions. I don't do stuff like that. I do a lot of stuff like I can do healing readings. I can do tarot. I read astrology.
He masters our music.
I
That's
master our
magic.
music.
That's magic.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, that's some sorcerer shit for sure.
Definitely.
That's-
Like I can do like energy readings and stuff like that. All kinds of shit. It's the things that if you call it magic, people would not recognize it and think of it as magic. But it's just the influence of the world around without directly going out and beating things down with a hammer.
I always figured magic just describes the process of something that you're not aware of.
That's. I
then
was
once
gonna
you know what's
say,
going
it
on,
sounds
it's not
more like
magic.
you're describing like a higher level of consciousness, more so.
Yeah,
than
well,
Yeah, that's what
magic,
we're
you
about.
know?
It's basically just awareness and manipulation of the world on a level that doesn't involve your direct five senses.
I mean, that's why I always thought LSD was so
Aliens.
interesting because it's
Acid.
it
I'd like to know,
shapes
that's-
the world in front of you.
That's back to the aliens. I was on a bunch of acid once. Well, I mean, I had we saw a UFO and I had a whole bunch of people. It was cool. It was tight. I had to throw it in there. I was on Mount Shasta, so if you want to kick it with aliens, get to Mount Shasta.
That's only if they, wanted to show up that one time. And
We went back the next year and they weren't there. So
I think it's like mandatory.
So
that
if you
live in a
weren't there
trailer
when
for
Words
5
Babylon
years
was
at
there, you
least
probably
before
missed it.
you pulled out. That was some real shit. Like, I mean, I've taken a lot of acid and I've seen a lot of things. And I don't see UFOs.
That's
It was actually I was on August 8th, 2008, and it was 888. Crazy.
Well, fucking. All right, moving on from aliens. So you guys brought the CD with you.
Yeah, we brought music.
Are you aware of what tracks are like which ones?
For the most part.
For the most part, you guys have like one or two that you want to.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, we brought a whole bunch.
We just brought a whole crap load of tracks that we're working with.
So the first one would be "Let's Get Stoned." You know what number that is?
I think it's number 3.
Now, is this just you, or is this you and him?
It's me and Magus.
Okay.
I'm on the first verse, he's on the second.
Just you two guys.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So we got "Let's Get Stoned" by Words Babylon and Magus the Great.
I'm awesome. I remember this part.
Yo! Magus the Great. Remix. Babylon. This is the remix. Yo, where's the herb at? On that, light up the endo. Hot box the sky, we gotta roll up the windows. White widow, blue dream, snow cap, sour diesel, granddaddy, train wreck. You need to peep how the weed smell. Get the squeeze out, see what the sack way. Remake me won't remember the Zach when I pass away. But I'ma smoke it till my last days like Max Vegas. Stay higher than the whole entire cap, the half baked. I got a sad face if I'm not smoking. Even if the cannabis club in Richmond or Oakland. Taxes, so it's not a problem. Why argue? Let's get high and watch the Food Channel and cartoons. This is part 2, man, let's spend on a fat sack of grapes. Spend half of the day doing nothing on our fat asses blasted in the days. Babylon, I've been out to bomb with Magus the Great. So let's get high, let's get stoned. Let's sit in my TV shows and let the day go. So let's get stoned, let's get high. Let's sit in my Tibetas as our lives go by. So let's get high, let's get stoned. Let's sit in my TV shows and let the day go. So let's get stoned, let's get high. Let's sit in my Tibetas as our lives go by. Puff, puff, and pass, cash the ass and load the grass. Make it last in the flash of the fire. Get the lighter, spark it up. We're getting higher than the Empire State, but the state of the empire. Be perceiving me to be a fiend, but I'm a fiend for the green. Know what I mean? I turn the seed into a weed and then I burn it like you never seen. The freedom of the tree should be bestowed to everybody but the rats in the lobby of the Congress. Stand against the progress of the people and the freedom to be free of nonsense. Let me get a bong hit, I see nothing wrong with it. Everybody's gone, getting high all day long. It's the point to the song. Political and ethical opinions aside, roll a couple blunts blunts and let's start getting high. Flip a couple pounds so we can keep up the ride. I'll be burning cannabis sativa till I die, putting off smoke like the California wildfires. Every time we hotbox, somebody calls the firefighters. Burn right through a lighter, then turn on the vaporizer. Yeah, we're quality assured and pushing pharmaceuticals like I was Pfizer. So let's get high, let's get stoned. Let's sit and watch TV shows and let the day go. So let's get stoned, let's get high. Let's sit and watch and realize as our lives go by. So let's get high, let's get stoned. Let's sit and watch TV shows and let the day go. So let's get stoned, let's get high. Let's sit and watch and realize as our lives go by.
So that was Let's Get Stoned by Words Babylon and Magus the Great. Next we have, what was the name of the other one?
World on a String.
Oh, yeah.
World on a String.
This track actually we're working on getting on radio down in SoCal.
Is this is one of your guys' newer.
This is actually a really new one. This includes our homeboy Chuckles, who's also one of the main 5 guys in Ambient Abstractions, and
It's gonna be on his record.
Yeah, they love him down in SoCal because of his voice, and you'll hear him. He's actually on the chorus. He's singing, and it's pretty goddamn amazing.
What number is that?
That's number 2.
Number 2.
I feel like Frank Sinatra.
That's cool. You
Yeah.
can't help but love Frankie.
Somebody told me it sounds like a great song to listen to in Vegas.
Yeah.
All right, so this is World on a String with Chuckles, Words Babylon, and Magus the Great. Right?
Yep.
Whoop, whoop.
All right.
Would you listen up please to this hot vintage style that I kick to you with ease? I guarantee we're the key to the new kingdom risen, to bring the demise of the existence we live in. This world of plastic, consume the Comcastic, it's stretching me thin like I'm Mr. Fantastic. I grab a couple stones and build a house made of bricks and tell the big bad wolf that he can suck my shit. I don't even need to go there, we're all in that boat and throwing everybody overboard and praying that they float. But I sink to the bottom of the deep blue sea. I don't got a shark's fin, but the ladies love me. I'm preparing to be the new royalty proper. I cut them all down like a West Coast chopper. We keep it ambient, there ain't no stopping. Watch us coming to your town and get the whole city popping. Will the days last longer when the nights seem shorter? I feel like I'm designing sidewalks and street corners, propelling me forward toward your orbit of solar systems and supernovas exploding, perpetually motion driven. So folks, get your motors revved, make sure that you're strapped in. We're pillaging your villages and taking you captive. What we're making is magic. The bottom line's not cloud while we on the rise. The 95 like yada da, watch out. It's that bona fide hot sound. It's not stopping with rock crowds. And goddamn the spots of Contra Costa and Moscow. Got the game on lockdown to blow up your block bow and occupy your mom's house and make it our compound. Coughing up that hot clouds to wash away distress. Walk a million miles to really try and contemplate the best thoughts. Our best stop and not bother trying to change when all the modern day poets got told to F off and get jobs.
Like scotch on the rocks and a soothing cigarette. Something better than the best, and we don't stop. My cold tie, breaking down barriers for you malfunctioning robots. Time to take a load off. I'm always working but relaxing like I had no job. Leaving you bamboozle from the oodles or kudos I get from Nouveau. Sipping that Nouveau, attacking your wife, acting like Cujo. Everlasting satisfaction, getting thrown like judo. Half the rap game of fags and lame like Bruno. I just know we get around like a belly of a sumo. And being outcast, always getting the last laugh. Sit back, relax, retract, and get bitch smacked. It's all made me to it. What you know about that? We got the world on a string, sipping on the oceans like tea. Time to bow down to your future kings.
We're gonna have to pick up Tobey Maguire.
His Mickey Mouse shirt.
That's one of the best movies ever made.
Hell yeah.
That's
Can't stop here. This is backcountry.
yeah.
Hunter S. Thompson's and shit.
That's
Is that
funny.
thinking that, or did I say that?
That was cool. I like. I already liked Let's Get Stoned from before, but I really liked that last one. That was really good. That was The World on a String. You guys some chuckles.
That's off Chuckles' upcoming record called The Janitor.
The Janitor, we don't know when that's dropping yet because we got a million other releases and we want to make sure that we focus on all of our releases. So.
It's coming up, so watch for it.
You got
There you go.
We can talk about religion and politics.
Yeah.
what's
Oh,
the
yeah.
feeling on that?
You can talk about whatever the hell you want.
Who's ready to piss some fans?
You know what I mean? Yeah. But how do you feel about the current state of affairs in the government of the United States? Oh, by the way, he did give us legal consent to play those songs, so I don't want to hear anything from Apple
Yeah, Apple.
about how I don't, because I do. So, yeah. Anyway, how do you feel about government
Shit,
meddling
how does
nowadays?
anybody feel about government? We're not
Yeah.
rich, therefore we hate what's going on.
Moving on.
That's pretty much all there is to it. If you're either rich and benefiting greatly, or you're poor and you're just trying to survive.
So
One
we're
of those
saying now with
fucking-
the money situation, I don't know if you heard, the Japanese are extracting protein from human feces and making meat.
Oh
What?
yeah, I have.
Whoa.
I've,
What?
I've seen
Wait, you
that.
just blew my mind.
What?
I will never be that poor.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
I will go kill the cow first.
So you heard about this too?
I heard about it. It's like it was some kind of big ass news story they had a
That's why I
while
plan on
back where they
becoming
were
a
trying to
vegetarian.
recreate. They were trying to turn human feces into re-edible food products and shit. It's
Here comes the
It's
next
really
Can't we
disgusting.
turn anything else but our poop into food? Like, I mean, there's plastic, something like. I mean, you could put a man on the moon, you can figure
we already
anything
eat
out.
plastic and everything we have.
Yeah, so I mean, just I don't want to eat my poop.
That's yeah, they do that, don't they?
They do that.
You guys, you said religion. I don't know you to be a religious person, but would you say that you are?
I like everything. You know, because, I mean, I'm not racist, so I'm not religious or whatever.
Would you tell your fans your personal beliefs?
My personal beliefs? You know, it's kind of like it's all that mind over matter stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I definitely, Buddhism appeals to me a lot. Actually, like the story of Siddhartha and his life and the way he lived. I feel like I draw a lot of parallels. I feel like anybody could, and that was kind of like the point of his life.
Yeah,
But,
I think like most religious stories.
I
are
like every religion. You know, I like what they all have to offer. So it's not like, it's not religion I would ever say that I hate it. I think it's just the way people practice it. Just like I don't hate music. I just hate some people who make music.
That's a very good way of putting it.
That's
yeah.
very diplomatic.
And sometimes
Yeah,
I don't even
really.
hate them. I just hate their music.
Yeah. I didn't hate Jesus. I just hated the Bible.
Yeah, Jesus
I
is
hate
cool.
all the people that follow his ass.
Shout out
all
to Jesus.
stupid.
Jesus was tight.
Jesus
I
was
was a
cool.
GoFest
Everyone
guy.
else is an idiot.
Yeah. How about you? Would you?
As a practicing metaphysician, I believe in the power of subjective reality. That basically your universe is centered around you, and everything that's in it is held that you hold true is gonna be true. And no matter what you find in your life, you're gonna find that to be true.
You don't strike me as the kind of person that would read The Secret.
Eh.
That's very, very, very close to the idea, though. That's kind of how I feel too.
Well, I mean, I've studied, astrology and Kabbalah, comparative religions, tarot, freaking everything. So it's like, I know that, I used to be, really atheistic when
Yeah.
I was a kid, but I was an atheist because I was angry, pissed off, and I had a bunch of really dogmatically religious people in my life that made me hate religion.
Yeah.
And that's what I find to be 90% of people's problem with religion is assholes cramming it down their throat. So
People
I
coming to your door. You want to buy our religion?
Yeah. Well, it's like basically like
I wish I could do it.
everybody's got their own unique beliefs, and
Yeah.
no matter what anything in our objective universe happens, people are always going to hold to what's true in their universe. So everything that exists is going to reaffirm those truths. So how can I sit here and say what you are seeing in this world is not true just because I don't see it?
Yeah. No, that's
West Side.
I mean, I see all kinds of shit that people are like, what are you talking about? It's like, I experience this day to day. You can't tell me this does not exist.
yeah. No, totally. That's a way to not piss anybody off.
Well,
that was really good.
That's my job.
I mean,
I'm
I
the
could
piss- I'm the
say
piss
I could
people off
say what
person.
I believe in, but so many people are going to believe it, and so many people are going to half believe it, and so many
Yeah.
people are going to not believe it. And it's like, it really doesn't matter, because what I hold to be true is and always will be true to me, and what you hold to be true is and always will be true to you, and nothing either of us say is going to change that.
Yeah, no way.
So we can just agree to say, well, we believe that we're here and we're doing shit, and we don't know necessarily why everything's going on, but we can figure something out.
Yeah. Just be what you want to be.
I'd
Believe
say
what you want to believe.
Exactly.
I'd
Your
say I'm a-
destiny's in your own hand.
My
Yeah.
religion is glow sticks. I love those things.
Women, what kind of women do you like? We had Subliminal on here last time, and he was
Oh,
talking
that was
about a
good.
300-pound woman with no makeup on in the club that he liked a lot.
Well, I mean, hey, there's no hey, every woman and person has beauty in them, right? I mean, but I wouldn't actually say I'm incredibly picky, as in like. As in, I don't really have like. There's not a particular like size or color, you know.
To put your pussy on my face.
But I mean, when it comes to like, you know, like for a woman I'm gonna run around with, to be close to and be good friends with or whatever, like I mean, there's in terms of the way that they act, to carry themselves, and attitude. That's where I do get really picky.
Yeah.
I'm not ashamed to say I have an aesthetics floor. You must be this hot to ride. You know, but I mean, really, the most important thing is just how somebody freaking is. You know, I hate people that are stupid.
Yeah.
I hate people, guy or girl. If you're gonna open your mouth and say something stupid, you're not attractive.
I hate when they're attractive until they open their mouth.
Yeah, that's the worst.
So disappointing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I love crazy women. I love crazy women.
I like women who cook and clean and can organize my lyrics.
Don't talk about Chuckles like that.
Now,
love
crazy
you,
into what sense? Because I tend to attract crazy women who stay outside of my house, key my seats, and try and find me and all kinds of crazy shit.
I mean,
like that.
well, I've had women throw like steak knives at me and shit.
Oh yeah.
You know, like
So we're in the same boat.
there's a level of craziness. You know, I mean, I had one friend, one chick I went out on a
Jesus,
date
I
with,
said.
and that is legitimately the craziest woman I've ever kicked it with, and she was straight like. She freaked out on our bartender because we're out in Crockett, and then I'm trying to drive her home because she's going batshit crazy. Like,
Yeah.
she starts bawling, and then she starts laughing, and then she looks at me and she says, "You're the devil, aren't you?" And then she grabs my face while I'm driving and starts trying to make out with me. So I'm like, "Oh my god, bitch! Just tell me where you live." Yeah, that was the craziest chick I've ever encountered, but. But I mean, like, I like women who are very unashamed, unabashed, loudmouth, full of fire.
Not timid.
No, I don't like timid women.
Maybe the other
Timid
girl.
Michelle.
that
I'm
the other
very
girl's
quiet
called bitch.
myself. I don't talk a lot normally. You know, especially like in groups, I'll just watch. So like women that come out and just blah.
Yeah.
You know, that's what draws me in.
Peacocking.
Cause I'm that guy for us. I don't say too much. You see, I just sit around and then I'm like that.
Yeah.
He just picks and chooses. When you guys aren't doing music,
Oh
what do
shit!
yeah, I know, right?
Something
What do you-
happens besides that.
Yeah, what do you guys do for shiggles?
Throw beers at each other.
We have some ridiculously, absurdly insane parties.
Yeah, sometimes we get abusive.
Yeah.
So we don't get abusive to women, so you don't have to be scared, women.
Yeah, clarify that. You get a lot of angry people.
No, we throw beers
At each other,
break
and
shit,
destroy our house.
get in fights.
And,
the usual stuff.
Thankfully, our
Yeah,
neighbors
yeah.
are the nicest, awesomest people
Yeah,
ever.
shouts out to our neighbors who don't call the cops even when I'm screaming at the top of my lungs, I'm going to kill you at 3 in the morning. Thank you, please. Thank you.
We owe
very
you guys
much.
one.
See, this one you may not have an answer. I couldn't. Matthew and Michael both didn't have a. Or I know. Actually,
I already don't have an
Matthew.
answer.
Matthew had a really really terrible answer that I edited out. 3 things that most people don't know about you.
Oh yeah, I didn't get to
shit.
I know, right? Yeah. We're gonna get really intellectual for a second.
That I'm not crazy, and that they are.
I didn't know that, and I know.
That I apparently use too much toilet paper. And,
Is that an opinion, or is that from the toilet's point of view?
that's what I've been told. Because I try to conserve. Like, I fold it up as much as
Hey,
possible.
man, when you do work, you do work. I mean, what do you need to say?
But in the third one, well, everybody knows this, but that I have a freckle on my wiener, of course. Everybody needs to know that. That's the point. But everybody already knows that anyway.
I did know that.
I did know that.
That was one thing I did know.
Yeah, so I've already told you this before.
Yeah.
I have a feeling I've done this on stage.
My sperm's the color of my freckle.
If you kiss it, you can keep it.
Yeah.
I don't know where it came from either. I must have been like one of those naked kids, but it's like the biggest freckle on my whole body that I've ever seen anywhere.
You're actually 45 years old, and it's a liver spot on the TV.
Well, it's been there since I was a kid, so
That's funny. How about you? What would you say? 3 things that people don't know about you.
Shit.
you got a freckle on your
Feel
wiener.
free to say pass. Yeah.
Yeah, I
if
don't
you
have a freckle on my wiener.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if you can really follow it.
it's an
I've
attractive
never
freckle.
done drugs except for acid.
Huh.
Smoke weed, done mushrooms, done acid. That's it.
Yeah, so all the things that don't count as drugs.
Right.
They're
I've
substances.
never ever touched anything else. Not once.
Well, good for you, man. Don't.
Everyone's like, don't start.
Shit, keep
Ain't
that
trying
up.
to think of a reason.
We should start a dare to keep TJ off drugs.
I
Program.
know, right?
I
Keep
double
Magus the
dog
Great
dare you.
sober.
No, I do all the drugs and I make sure that Magus doesn't get any of them.
Good.
Yeah. Fortunately for you, words is super selfish.
I don't share anybody, so.
Shit.
What would you guys do if you won the lottery?
Yeah.
What would your like, you know what I mean, like
I think he said it.
Shit, the
fantasy.
smartest thing would be to go into hiding.
I started school for gifted youngsters. What else would I do?
I like that.
Yeah, I would definitely. That's on my bucket list. Start a university, start an organic farm.
Build a spaceship.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Build a space. Just float around
hell
space.
yeah.
Take it
When
on
at what point in your career would you guys say that you came to the realization that you know for a fact that you love what you do?
Shit, I was 14. First time I picked up a guitar, I said, "I'm making music for a living."
That's exactly how I felt.
And there was no deviation after that. After that, it was like music. That's it. Everything else is done. Done. Science, shove it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, when you real school subjects.
I don't think I really made the decision until probably 2009, 2010 after I performed for a year or two. I mean, and I always wanted to do it and make music and like, it's just like, I think because I was younger, I didn't understand exactly that I was going to end up doing it for the rest of my life and have no choice.
You were just doing it for fun for the first couple of years.
Again, it was just something that it was the most amusing thing I could ever find. And so it was like, after routinely going through all kinds of stuff in life, you get jobs, girlfriends, friends, all this and that. And it was like, that was the only thing that was constantly there and was always seemed to offer, like growth, and it could entertain me and other people as well.
Reward.
Yeah, it was always, it was like, it's something simple, I can do it, people like it, I like it. And it's not really even really about people liking it so much, it was the fact that, like, it was just, it captivated me.
Yeah.
And now at this point, I am so accustomed to it, I don't know how to do anything else. I'm sorry.
So, I mean, this kind of actually goes hand in hand with what I just asked, but what was your first show like?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's a 3-parter.
Well, my first show performing was at Timeout. It was when I was working with Felons Inc. with Turtle.
Free Turtle.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I've definitely seen Felons Inc. on a flyer before.
I produced all their shit.
Okay.
I mean, our homeboy Eddie Warren did the beats for it. I recorded, mixed, and mastered all their stuff. That was actually how I got into doing rap, and because before that I was doing black metal, and then that whole thing fell through. And one day my friend's like, "Oh, I got my friend. He wants to meet with you, talk about producing." Yada yada. And that was Turtle. Started working with Felons Inc. Our first show was probably pretty low key, but we had within the first 3 or 4 shows were all pretty much some of the dopest stuff.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
How about you?
My first show was in November of 2008 at Time Out. Well, I recall the day very distinctly.
Yeah.
But, no, I remember.
I ate pancakes that morning.
And I think I went in for Purpose, and I didn't actually. I didn't sound that good. It wasn't I practiced, but I don't want to blame the sound guy because we're really good friends now. And every time I perform there, he makes sure I sound hella good. But it sounded like crap that first time.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a good experience, but I think it's a good experience to have for your first experience, actually. And then I think the first show that we all played together.
That was the February show.
That was
that was the show where we started kicking it. Actually, we it was totally set up totally haphazard. We had back then it was. I had my startup label that I'd started called Saints and Sinners, and I was working with Felons Inc., a couple other groups that I'd known, and then we hooked up with the Record Breakers. I think played that show because JD and I have been longtime friends, and then it was JP, who was also another homeboy of ours, who actually called Words in and to help round out the roster. And we actually did really well at that show. That show was the shit.
Was that all 2011?
No.
Yeah, that was last year.
It was February 11.
Yeah, it was 11. I dressed up like Hunter S. Thompson.
Yeah.
I had read all his books at the time, and it was fun.
It was funny stuff. Yeah, actually,
a week later.
Yeah, a week after that, we drove down to Vegas. And
Nice.
It was me, Words, Doe, Turtle, and another homeboy of ours at the time. And we all drove down to Vegas, spent a week in Vegas, and we've been kicking it every day since.
It was a real bonding experience.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah. Everybody got drunk and terrorized prostitutes and shit.
Yeah. Have we reached the end of our quest for the Triforce?
Well, any shout-outs or anything you guys definitely want to mention before?
Oh shit, shouts out to the Ambient crew with Still Doe, Chuckles, JP, White Recluse, Malachi, all our fucking people, our homegirls, our fucking...
all of our awesome fans and supporters and all the people on Facebook and all the people who talk to us and shit.
Our homegirls, Reaper Descending and Little Mountain are our 2 singers right now that fucking kick major fucking ass.
Yeah, they do a lot of our female vocals.
They do all the female vocals.
Yeah. I do some female vocals.
They're the shit. All the people that...
Shout out to Crop Circles.
Shout out to Crop Circles.
Aliens. Jesus.
Anybody who supports music, local music, Ambient Abstractions.
Support your local
Yeah,
artists.
get your ass out and go to shows. It's fucking boring sitting at
quit
home.
sitting inside.
I see
on
your
the fucking
Facebook
computer.
posts. I'm on Facebook 24/7. I see everybody out
All
there.
you guys
I'm
do is
bored.
bitch about
Life
you're bored.
sucks. Everything sucks. Come out and see a show, damn
A
it.
free show. I mean, come on.
Yeah, we put on free shows. We give out free music. Get the hell out there and go pick it up.
Ask us for a CD and we'll give it to you. Even if we're charging for it, we'll still give it to you.
Don't tell them that.
Don't because I ain't giving y'all shit. I got plenty of free music available that I've given out. I'm giving it out of my discrepancy now. Shit, sorry.
You guys, I know you guys are both pretty. You're super active on Facebook for not having access to anything anywhere.
I just won the award today from White Recluse.
The Postmaster Award.
Oh yeah, that's bullshit. I post way more shit than he does. I'm on there 20. I have people who unsubscribe to me because I post too much. And he wins the award? Fuck, that's favoritism. That's favoritism, Recluse. I'm calling you out.
A battle has just started here on the podcast.
Like you said earlier, sibling rivalry.
Exactly.
We're gonna have to have him come on the show and rebuttal.
Yeah. It's a really good way to keep in touch with people, especially, because
it is. It's
I
sad,
don't have a
but
phone
it
because
is.
I don't want to have a phone because, that kind of stuff leads to trouble. All y'all out there, stuff going on, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I got rid of that aspect of my life. So, it's just a really good way to keep track of, who's listening to my music and how people feel about stuff. So, I'm pretty much spying on all of you and You know, collecting all your information
Where's
so I can
Babylon
breed
is a
you guys and
stalker.
stuff.
He's a Facebook stalker.
But the thing is, like, I don't even like. I'm just stalking you for the hell of it. I don't even want anything. I'm like Lindsay Lohan in that episode of Family Guy.
What do you want, Lindsay? Nothing. We all know that no woman anywhere wants anything.
Yeah, you guys post stuff on Facebook all the time, which is good though. You need to be.
I put a post up right after I put a post up about how anybody noticed if I just put a post up after I just put a post up.
Yeah, I saw that. Like, I was cracking up yesterday when I read that.
I got a lot of really weird, funny ideas in my head, and it's like sometimes they don't always work when I'm talking to people, but for some reason they always seem to work on Facebook. So.
Well, I mean, the real schizophrenia of your brain can really come out because you could post 3 completely different things in 35 seconds and they're all something awesome.
Oh yeah, no,
And
that's
it's like,
actually
oh, that's
my next
funny.
question.
Oh, that's
is-
hilarious.
You guys aren't on Twitter though, huh?
Yeah.
I do have a Twitter. I just don't ever check it. I'm on Tumblr too.
It's hard if you don't have a mobile, like, because we had a Twitter back when we started in 2009, and I didn't start using it until I got my phone, like a year ago, maybe, if that. Like,
It seems like Twitter's designed for more like fast-paced stuff.
It's like I feel like for what like the way you guys use Facebook, like Twitter would be like. As long as you kind of like get down how to use it, it's so much more direct and to the point.
I'd use Twitter more if I had people follow me on Twitter that weren't already following
Follow
me on
us
Facebook.
on Twitter.
Yeah, and it's hard. That's why I link all the accounts and go straight to Twitter. And have it
I have
trickle down.
everything linked up, so anything I post on one is going to post on everything.
Well, they all seem to generate like a different. We talked about this before. It's like they all seem to generate a different demographic.
Yeah,
There's
totally.
Twitter people, there's Facebook people, there's YouTube people, and there's Tumblr people. You know, and they're all a little bit different.
Let's see. And you guys said you didn't have any like shows or anything coming up at the moment.
Nothing scheduled, but rest assured that if anything does get scheduled, the whole world will know about it.
Yeah, so definitely follow these guys on Facebook. And you said you're on Twitter at Magus the Great at Twitter. And then,
I think we're all on Twitter. Yeah,
you can pretty much find us all on Twitter, and then you can try to find. I'm at Magus the Great. He's got Words Babylon. You know, Facebook. You can find us.
Yeah.
Facebook.com/Ambient Abstractions is the best place to get a hold of us.
Yeah,
we've all got a million different things.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see.
Yeah. Or you can find our pages on. We're all
videos
listed
on
up there.
YouTube.
I mean, Stildo, Magus the Great, Words Babylon, Chuckles. They're all up on Facebook.
Facebook.
We all have our pages. We're all spamming your pages.
Ambient
with them.
Abstractions.
So
are
just hit that
actively
like
sitting by
button.
the
So
telephones
Facebook,
waiting for your call.
Twitter.
by the
You guys
mouse.
probably don't use MySpace anymore. I'm sure you still have one. Though.
No.
There's a
but
Words
we have
Babylon
Tumblr.
MySpace page
Tumblr?
somewhere.
Oh,
You
okay.
can find
Yeah,
it.
you guys put out blogs very often recently.
Chuckles puts out blogs
Yeah.
more than anybody. Chuckles checks his Twitter and his blogs constantly.
Yeah, he
The
does
rest of
Tumblr.
us tried, and we're all over
It's
the
hard
place.
to keep up, man. It's you have to constantly have new content to put out.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, if like you go a few hours, like people don't care. But if you post the same thing within 30 minutes of each other, people get pissed. So it's such a fine line.
Well, I'm wondering now, can I repost things that I posted a year ago? Because no one's going to remember that,
I've
right?
actually kind of been thinking about doing that.
Time for reruns.
Sad. People just don't know how to ignore things that they don't like.
Well, let's see. I think that pretty much sums up. Anything else you guys want to fit in there for?
Audio Terrorism Volume 2, June 15th.
Chill Mode, June 3rd.
Don't forget to pick up I Probably Should.
I probably should have.
Yeah,
the new
that's
record
out
from
now.
Words
That's out
Babylon, who's me, and I'm talking about myself in third person right now. That's right. And
All the other albums we've released, shit. We
look
got.
them up on Bandcamp.
We released about 10 to 12 albums last year.
Watch out, Lil Wayne.
Yeah, right.
Coming for you.
Collectively.
I want my
and we-
steak cut, dog.
We've already got. We've already got at least 6 for this year. At least 6, and
Right
they're
on. You guys
most
are
likely going to be
definitely
more.
staying busy. Definitely worth keeping track and watching what you guys are up to.
Watch for us when we're wandering around the country this summer. Give us a ride.
Yeah, we are musicians. We are not billionaires. That is definitely for sure.
Yeah.
Well, shit, this has been the Shortcuts to Fame podcast. I'm Brian, Mr. Pink, my co-host for today, Mr. Varsity himself. And this was Words Babylon and Magus the Great.
Ambient Abstractions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, all that good shit.
Rain mail me.
And until next time, guys, stay up.